Hey everybody, let's play some Stronghold. So we've got a pretty good little civilization here, and what I want to do is free up some additional units for the battle that is going to go down. Looks like I have plenty of mage units here. They're going to be important in this battle. The enemies we're going to be fighting do not take damage from non-magical weapons, so I need a force of mages to, well, inflict damage upon them. Now, we're still going to launch other non-magical units against them. They're going to act like a sponge, kind of absorb the damage. So you see I'm clicking around to different locations, finding where I might have some units that I could ready for the battle. So, here we have some elf units. They're nice. They can, use ranged weapons like bows, which is excellent. Everybody's decently leveled. I want to make sure I leave at least one unit at the location so the location doesn't, well, rot. If no units are at the location, then things don't go well for that location's buildings, and there's important training structures on that lot. So I'm clicking over here to where I've already formed up a nice sized army. As you see, I already have my barbarian fighters here. I also have my atheist clerics. And what the clerics are going to do, they can inflict damage on the enemy. Their weapons are generally magical, but also they can heal units, which is really important because these guys are not just going to lay down and let me take them out. Scroll around. I'm just looking to make sure at this location there's nothing useful like a gemstone or anything, but that unit's pretty weak, so I'm going to leave him where he's at. He will not last long. Now let's go ahead and develop this one farther. I'm going to place some housing, but I want it to be thief housing. As you see, I'm trying to have a mixed use housing develop here, and the building on the far left is actually some stuff left over from the man scorpions. That's one of their houses, and I've taken it over, and well, it's inhabitable stuff now for my guys. Just to give it a cool little look. Anytime I find that, I try to develop them like an artifact, just to let me know where the enemy strongholds once were. With this many units at the location, I should be able to upgrade structures and build them very, very quickly. So, keep my guys busy while they march here around in a circle, waiting to fight, kill, and die. So what we're done now is, as you can see, all the bars under the triangles are red. That means I'm attracting every available unit to this location, and there's going to be some waiting involved with that. They have to march across a good portion of the board. So I'm probably going to skip that coverage until they all arrive. Stronghold's a really neat game. It's Dungeons and Dragons characters, of course. Interesting ad-lib music, and it's just a neat take on real-time strategy from about 1993. You can probably hear my real ball mouse squeaking a little bit, making some noises, but it makes me happy. We'll get her ready. She's a weak unit, but gotta start getting some experience somewhere. Same with him. Let's just go ahead and ready him. There's no structures to this location, so either he'll live and prosper or die. Now you can see the flashing dots on the map are the readied units, and they're en route to where I've homed them. Before I take out these bad guys, I want to go ahead and upgrade that bank. That's going to let me hold more gold if I decide to let the mages be the ones who finally capture the final structure there. Just flipping through my empire, looking for anybody who's useful and being underutilized. A pretty decent civilization here. Nothing gigantic or particularly developed. There's some gameplay left, but I want there to be some challenge when fighting these enemies, and sometimes there's quite a lot. If I send the wrong units, it won't matter how strong they are, they won't be able to defeat them. But what I don't want to do is just build up my units to level infinity and then nothing can stand a chance. I mean, as fun as that might be, we've done that before. So this time around, I want battles to be somewhat evenly matched and require a little bit of strategy at what I'm going to throw at them. So I'm just looking around for more elf units that haven't been assigned. As I'm at it, I see these rocks. Let's excavate them. You know, if they got minerals in them, that's a big source of income. But since there's nothing on this square, I'm going to go ahead and ready that unit. He's going to go into battle. Same with this guy. Nothing on that lot, so he's coming with us. Excavate these rocks. Maybe we'll find some minerals. Come on, come on. Ooh, iron. Alright, we'll leave him where he's at then. Iron's worthwhile. Ready a few units for my Fletcher here. It's where we make the +2 bows. You'll also notice that some of my units have things from other civilizations. I've tried to mix some cultures a little bit and build structures that are culturally dependent upon one class, and then let the other class take it over, so that way, you know, we have thieves with decent armor and magic rings of protection on fighters. It's just interesting. Gives us that little edge. Swarming around through the different castles we have available. Just looking for anybody, you know, who's wasting time. Would be a good part of the army. And go ahead and recall the units because we freed up a few. So, you know, we got 3 more elves. We'll bring 17 to this location. Got 3 more fighters on the way. Again, they're just going to take damage, not dish any out on these guys, but fun times. Ready her, she's not doing anything. If they're just unassigned, I want to do it too. You see the structure on the far right is another one that I've taken over from an enemy. Yeah, this thief, she needs to come with us. She's got 6 hit points. She needs to learn to burn. So it looks like we're going to attract all the units to this location. Form everything up. The season has changed to winter. Okay, so when that happens, the food production dramatically drops, and therefore the economy also. It's very important to have proper food supplies. But we've got storage enough that no one should starve to death. You know, I mean, it might not be exactly what they want on the menu, but we got food for everybody. Go ahead and upgrade that structure while we have all these units here. As you can see, I got plenty of mage units either en route to this location or already here. The necromancers are the mage units. Well, the more I play this game, the more I feel like I'm actually the bad guy. Kind of just grow and invade and kill everything that lives here before me. As you can see, the last of the units are arriving at the location. The upper right screen shows you just a general map overview while we do this. Let's upgrade this thieves' hut one last time so it's a max built structure. And again, I like to do this when I've defeated an enemy, destroyed their main stronghold. Sometimes the more advanced units will have housing laying around, and it looks different than what my units are capable of building. So definitely want to take that over and preserve it for historical purposes. Alright, well, looks like just about everybody is here. Let's take a look at who we're going to be attacking. Let's see. Come on, mouse, don't be a pain. We're going to go ahead and move the units into position. We're going to move them real close to the enemy. So that way they're not running a long distance and going to show up in waves. I want as many of them to show up at one time and bring maximum force to bear upon them as I can. If they just trickle in, then, you know, units get defeated before the others arrive, and then my overall force is not enough. So it's important in this game when you're going to attack an enemy stronghold to bring the forces close by to bear that you want to. You know, if you want to fan them out over a larger area to take on more of what's around the stronghold, then you can kind of call them to a diagonal. This time I want to sneak up on them. So they're pretty dumb. They don't know I have all these guys here. We're getting ready for the big fight. They're nice and cold. And in the next episode, we are going to attack them. So tonight's enemy is the Obsidian Statue Civilization. As you can see, these guys have 30 hit points apiece and a high experience value of 500. low intelligence, decent strength, but they don't die easy. So this is going to be a heck of a fight. Interested to see how it all goes down in the end, and I know you guys will be here to watch. Thanks everybody.